Popular Dutch legal philosopher and conservative commentator Eva Vlaardingerbroek recently converted to Catholicism. And the main reason that she points out as the reason she converted was the Eucharist. She said that when she read the Gospels, it was clear to her and evident that Jesus was pointing to the Eucharist as himself, that it was not a symbol, but literally Jesus, body, blood, soul, and divinity. She didn't understand it, how it happened, how the bread and wine in front of us is Jesus. But if Jesus said it according to her, then I believe it, and I believe in the Eucharist. The disciples of Jesus in today's gospel experienced the same dilemma when Jesus taught them about the Eucharist. It was so hard for them to understand. How can we consume his body and blood? How can this bread and wine be him, be Jesus? And probably a lot of them were thinking he was crazy. And they left. And they went back to their old ways. Then Jesus looked at the disciples and apostles who remained and asked them, how about you? Are you living too? And they said the same thing that Eva mentioned. Where else will we go? You have the words of eternal life. In other words, we are pretty much in the same boat as those guys. We don't understand what you are saying. But because we believe you, because we trust you, we believe what you say. We trust what you say. Brothers and sisters, as Catholics, we receive the greatest gift. What else can be greater than receiving Jesus Christ in his real presence in the Eucharist? Body, blood, soul, and divinity. When we go to Mass and receive communion, it's not just bread and wine that we receive, but Jesus himself. Not spiritually, not figuratively, but Jesus himself. And yes, it's probably hard to understand. The Catholic Church uses the term transubstantiation to explain it, and it does make sense. But for a lot of people still, it is hard to fathom how the Eucharist, how the Holy Communion is not just a symbol, but Jesus himself. Much more difficult is accepting that in the heart. How great is that mystery? Do we even reflect about it? And that is the gift that Jesus is telling us. Yes, we might not understand it, but Jesus says so. Jesus tells us so, and we believe it, for Jesus has the word of eternal life. So when you go to your next Mass and receive Holy Communion, bow down in reverence before receiving the Eucharist. Bend your knees during the consecration, because in front of you is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Creator of all things, humbling himself before you to nourish you spiritually and physically. If you have not done so, or if it's not a habit of yours, visit the Adoration Chapel, where the Eucharist is present for those who are praying. Talk to him, listen to him. Because just as the apostles and the disciples told him, where else will we go? He has the words of eternal life. We are given a gift, immense gift. Let's not miss the opportunity to receive it.